Hello and welcome to episode 71 of the Gamescom podcast, your weekly dose of lightning in a bottle. Today I am joined by a great crew, despite Brett not being here again. But but today I'm joined here by Liam yet again.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good. Back second time, twice as nice, all that jazz, hopefully.
Yep. Shout out to Liam for streaming these while Cody doesn't have the ability to. Yeah. Also here, Kyle.
Hello.
Alright, what's up?
I'm just peachy, as always.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're peachy.
Yep. Always, maybe. I'm not sure.
Kyle, look up the definition of peachy while I do this intro and tell me what it is.
I shall.
Okay. Again, it's the Gamble Podcast, your weekly dose of lighting in a bottle, the official podcast of thegamble.com, post to iTunes. Well, for now, it'll be iTunes every Wednesday, YouTube every Thursday, just because we're recording on, or streaming it on Tuesdays now. So it'll be a day later than usual. As always, we'd like to start off with what we're playing. But first, Kyle, do you have the definition?
What?
Did you look up the definition?
Oh. Yes, I did.
Okay.
An informal North American definition, it means fine, excellent.
Wait. Fine and excellent?
Fine and or excellent.
But those aren't the same.
They can be.
So are you somewhere in the middle?
Possibly.
Okay.
I can't tell.
Yeah, from now on, whenever you're on the show, there's like, I don't know, like 5 levels of peachy. You gotta like say what level.
What kind of peach are you today?
Right.
Yeah, how ripe?
Right now, I am essentially
3.
James at the end of James and Giant Peach.
Okay.
Kind of bewildered by what I've just experienced.
Oh man, let's just jump into what we're playing. Kyle, why don't you continue and talk about Persona?
Oh yes, I shall. So, of course, I've been playing Tokyo Mirage Sessions for a while, and I finished it about a couple of days ago, and I'm like, I want to keep playing this, but I don't want to keep playing this. So I bought Persona 3.
Sounds like what I think about Pokemon Go.
So I bought Persona 3, and I've been playing it. I've already put, I think, about 21 hours into it, and I've only had it for 3 days. And I played Persona 4 about a year ago. I didn't get too far into it, but so far I've been enjoying Persona 3 a lot more just by its aesthetic. But it's definitely a PS2 game, and like every definition of a PS2 game. But I'm definitely enjoying it, just like I enjoyed Persona 4. So I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, I could ramble on about how much I love Shin Megami Tensei series and Atlas as JRPG developers, but I don't feel like I could. So yeah, it's both Tokyo Mirage Sessions and played through all the Persona games. I intend on playing through Persona 1 and 2 soon, once I get a Vita, which I intend to soon. So it's definitely got me pretty excited for Persona 5 next year, and yeah, so. And
Liam, do I remember you saying that you like 3 better than 4?
That's me.
Okay, yeah, because I don't remember if I get them mixed up. I know a lot of people, like they're both great games. I should probably play 1.
I would play 4 at this point, because I don't know about you, Kyle. I love 3. I think 3 is better than 4. It's my favorite game. I think the closer we get Persona 5 and the more interactive Persona 5 seems, the worse Persona 3 is going to age.
yeah.
Whereas 4 has such a bright style, and it's so distinct and strong because they're focused on the outsiders and all those kids as outsiders, so it's kind of tighter fit, and it kind of makes up for the fact that it's only a little bit more interactive than 3.
Yeah, I can definitely see it.
Yeah, I definitely need to play at least 4 at some point, but I don't know, like when I'll get the sort of motivation to jump into this massive JRPG.
Yeah. Now, eventually, when I get into Persona 1 and 2, eventually, but I've heard those are, like, really, like, old school, like, JRPGs. So, but yeah, other than Persona 3, I've tried getting back into Tales of Symphonia. I played it, again, about a year ago. And I guess I found something else to play, because I don't remember why I quit playing it. But I've been playing it again, and it's old. Like, it's a really old PS2 game, and it definitely feels like it. Like, it feels like a kind of combination between the Mana series and Final Fantasy X, story-wise, is the best way I could put it. But it's also very campy and cheesy, so it's kind of interesting dynamic. But the combat is pretty cool for an RPG, so I've been enjoying it. So trying to play 2 JRPGs at once is kind of, I don't know, mind-boggling.
Liam, what have you been up to?
I've been a little bit busier as of late, so I've been skipping up some of the Riddler trophies in Arkham Knight. I only have, the last ones I have are, I have to go in the buildings and grab the trophies, which is really annoying, but they don't take long. And then there's trophies where you have to go to coordinates on the map, and then you have to activate the trophy, and then you have to race.
Really?
Yeah, you have, like,
There's
it's like a
even that?
time limit. Yeah. And they're doable, but they're really annoying, and if you mess up, you have to find the coordinates again. It's
Yeah, go all the way back.
yeah, it's kind of a hassle. But I kind of got addicted to grabbing some of the trophies over the weekend. I have about 208 out of 243, and then once I grab all those trophies, I might hit up New Game Plus. But a game we'll talk about soon might quench any kind of Batman-ish fun I'm looking to have. And then I also...
Good transition.
Yeah.
For later.
Saving that. And also, I played Enslaved a while back. It's cleaning out the backlog. It's alright. Enslaved is from Ninja Theory. It's about a guy named Monkey and a girl named Trip. Post-apocalyptic. Robots have taken over. They're going to stop the robots. It's...
Oh, this is not what I thought this game was.
Yeah.
I pictured something completely different,
Yeah.
and then I looked it up, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, pretty much the most overlooked gem of the PS3.
Yeah, it was probably definitely great during the PS3. It hasn't aged well, but I don't think it was supposed to. I didn't like it. Based off the characters alone, I didn't really like it. Because you get this pig guy, and he's really obnoxious, and he just kind of ruins like really major scenes for you. And he has some like redemption at the end that doesn't make sense, but it's all right. I kind of beat it on hard only for trophies once again. But that's all. I'll probably get into something else this weekend just to make up for Enslaved.
Yeah. I've been playing Pokemon Go reluctantly. I tweeted this yesterday. I was like, I hate Pokemon Go. It's stupid, but somehow, for some reason, I still play it. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. My friend came over. Like, I hadn't seen him in a while, and then he's like, "Oh man, you got Pokemon Go?" I was like, "Yeah." And then we just went out to a park and stuff, walked around. I don't know. It's fun. It's nice. Like, I don't know. Just I guess like a lot of people said this, but it just like to get you out.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it's really unique in that way.
I mean,
yeah, I don't even have iPhone 4S. Can't really get an upgrade for a while, so I'm probably gonna miss the Pokemon Go phenomenon. But it's incredible.
It's pretty crazy.
It's crazy just how big it's gone. I mean, all the times that I've been out, I haven't installed on my phone, but every time I go out, I don't even think to use it. So it's just like, oh well. And it's just like what I've played of it. It's not Pokemon.
No, it's not. It's not Pokemon. There's just Pokemon in it.
Have you guys played Pokemon Gold?
Yeah.
When that came out, because I think I don't know.
That's a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, had to heart.
That is, Pokemon Gold was incredible when that came out. My mind was blown. Whew.
Yeah, that one was great. For some reason, it's harder for me to remember that one, but then, like, I played through it a couple years ago. I was like, oh, wow, I remember this really well.
That came out around the same time as the movie. That's how I remember it.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when I think of Pokemon, I don't think of Pokemon Gold, like, immediately. I'm just like, oh, Red, Blue, but, like,
yeah.
I don't know, Gold is a fantastic game as well.
Yeah, Gold came out, like, I think a year before the third movie with Entei and the other two things, so that was intense.
Yeah, this game, if anything, it really kind of makes me want to jump back into, like, another Pokemon game. I don't know, like, I have my DS, I could probably charge it. I haven't used it in so long. But yeah, Pokemon Go, it's fun. It's like, if you're looking for a Pokemon game, it's not a Pokemon game. But it's just kind of something fun to mess around with. I don't even bother with the gyms because I'm so far behind, there's no way I'm ever going to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my big problem with it. I'm kind of thinking of an article to write up, like, 5 things to improve Pokemon Go. So yeah, maybe I'll write that soon. Also been playing Rocket League, as always.
Yep,
Rocket League,
as always.
Yep, as always. I took a break, but it's back in full force now. And lastly, NBA 2K16. I downloaded this last month when it was free on PS Plus. And yeah, it's fun. It's another NBA game. I haven't played one in a year or two. But yeah, started in my player. For some reason,
career mode freaked me out.
Why?
Because it's just like, it's just so
well, it's just like
odd.
Story. Yeah, it is kind of strange.
Especially if you make a white character.
It's true. It's weird because like if, like it's sort of confusing how. Wait, what am I trying to say? It's just so strange.
It's so Spike Lee, like it really is.
Yeah, and like I don't really like how it doesn't give you any choice, because there's like this. So previously, you pretty much only start in the NBA. It'd be like your last year of college, maybe, and then you jump straight in the NBA. This one, you have to play high school, you have to play college, and then you get in the NBA. And then after your first college year, they're like,
that's
they have
so
this,
jarring.
Like, and the cutscenes are so long. I'm like, they do not need to be this long at all.
Yeah.
Because like I'm sitting there for like 5 minutes. I'm like, you could have had this in 1 minute easily, but you just have the same argument over and over again.
Just like,
then,
Vic, stop talking.
Yeah. And they're just like, man, do you want to go to college or the NBA? And they don't even let you pick. They just put you straight in the NBA. And then I'm like, wow, well, thanks for this whole argument when I don't even get to choose. But yeah, it's fun. I have a fun time just playing my career. That's really the only mode I get into with those games, but I love basketball, so
yeah,
it's fun. I think that's all we got for now playing. And let's go ahead and jump onto the news storm. Boom!
Boom!
Speaking of like 10 minutes ago, Telltale Batman trailer has been released with a release date. This trailer was really good.
Oh,
like
man.
I wasn't completely sure how they were gonna pull this off, but it seems to have a lot of promise. So yeah, there's a trailer that sees you control both Bruce Wayne and Batman, and we get a taste of each side of the dynamic that is in the video. Many of the characters in the game, Alfred, Harvey Dent, Vicky Vale, Jim Gordon, Carmine Falcone, also show up, and there's a quick glimpse of Catwoman, which was already revealed in like some like image that they released during E3, I believe. So yeah, the first episode is going to launch on August 2nd. It'll be available on PC, PS4, Xbox One, PS3, 360, and mobile.
Look good. I liked how
Nice.
I mean, I think my favorite part of the trailer was it just seemed like it wasn't The Wolf Among Us, but like brighter. It was definitely Telltale making their own Gotham. I was like, oh, this is it was very interesting to see them taking that step into such a respected IP.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely excited for it. I've always been like huge into like Batman and Nightwing and stuff, so this is going to be like amazing to play because I've always been a fan of Telltale. So
Yeah, unfortunately not going to play it till next year, just because, man, I can't play Telltale games, like, episode by episode. Like, no matter how excited I am, like, Walking Dead Season 3, I'm going to have to wait, even though I love Walking Dead.
spoilers galore, Grant. Just warning you.
I haven't had anything spoiled for me, previously, which is kind of amazing. But I mean, I guess I don't know. It's tough to wait, but it's just it makes it a much better experience for me at least.
I really liked how Walking Dead, not Walking Dead, Walking Dead season 2, the end's like really different apparently based on the choices you make.
Yeah, I think there's 5 or 6 endings.
Cool.
Wait, how many is there? Let's see. So I'm trying to count. So there's 1, there's 2, 3. There's 5, I think.
Yeah, so it's like, but I was so satisfied with the ending I chose. I was like, cool, maybe I'm not gonna mess with that. But I'm curious to see, like in this trailer, you saw Harvey Dent. Did you see how broad his shoulders were and just how much bigger he was than Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of different than how it was in the comics and is the films that have had Harvey Dent when he becomes Two-Face. So it'll be interesting to see if maybe Harvey Dent tries to become Batman at one point, because he has the physical stature to do so just from the looks of the trailer.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Do you guys think you'll play as anyone? Do you guys think you'll like your time more as Batman or Bruce Wayne in this?
I'll probably play more as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I'd probably like Bruce Wayne more.
Because
just cause
Batman probably be too QT.
Yeah, it seems kind of difficult to sort of do like the whole like action thing. Like I know like the Arkham games are fantastic and like the main selling point really is the combat. Besides the story and all. So I think Bruce Wayne and sort of like even in Arkham Knight, like the whole Bruce Wayne thing, I honestly thought was more interesting. Like obviously you play as Batman like pretty much all the time, but sort of like the psychological things that aren't necessarily just Batman, I thought were more interesting in Arkham Knight.
Yeah, I think that the main reason why I want to play as Bruce Wayne is because, like, it'll just beat people up politically.
Bruce Wayne for president.
Like, just because I think the trailer kind of showed, like, Harvey Dent and his, like, campaign and stuff. So I think it'd be awesome just to go as Bruce Wayne and be like, this guy is awful. Don't vote for him.
Wayne Kyle 2020.
To tell someone not to vote for him.
Because Selena Kyle was in the trailer.
Alright, well, anything
Or Kyle.
else to say on this trailer?
Needs more Nightwing.
It does need more Nightwing. There's no Nightwing.
Because...
Next up, Rise of the Tomb Raider PS4 has a release date and also has VR support. Square Enix has announced Rise of the Tomb Raider will launch on PlayStation 4 on October 11th in the new 20-year celebration edition. The version of the game will feature a completely new story chapter entitled Blood Ties. In addition to this, it will have new co-op endurance gameplay, PlayStation VR support for the Blood Ties chapter, all previously released DLC, extra outfits, weapons, and expedition cards. The limited edition art book will also be included. All this content will be available for free to Xbox One and PC players that own the Season Pass. This, however, won't include VR support. Season Pass will be updated to include this content going forward.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the, I know Liam did. Did you see
Hey, that was great.
Neil Druckmann tweeted out, he was like the Trump speech last night and now this, because their box art are like the exact same, just like different colors.
Like silhouettes.
It's hilarious.
Of the latest. No, it's not the latest installment anymore, but
yeah.
I didn't get a chance to actually check this out. It'll be interesting to see how it does sales-wise, because I know in the PS3, at least from what I read, I think Tomb Raider is sold best on the PlayStation consoles, like the original reboot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, just as far as like the whole just game, I love Rise of the Tomb Raider. I know, I'm pretty sure Brett said he wasn't the biggest fan of it, but for me, it just sort of improved on the first game in every way, and I liked the first game a lot.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Not the first game, but the reboot. And yeah, it was top 5 for sure, maybe even top 3.
Yeah, I thought Rise of the Tomb Raider is like excellent.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
Not as good as Uncharted 4, but
yeah, obviously not.
but
like,
each have their own merits, of course.
Mm-hmm. Kyle, did you see that tweet from Neil
Druckmann? Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was about to link it to you, but never mind. Yeah, that's Rise of the Tomb Raider on PS4. Next up, Xbox One S has a release date, but only for the most expensive version.
Yeah, give us your money. Microsoft 2016.
The Xbox One S will begin its rollout on August 2nd, Microsoft announced today. That's when the $400 2TB model of the white console will be available. Microsoft will also offer the system in 1TB, which will be $350, 500 gigs, which will be $300. But those versions, as rumored, are coming later. The release dates for the 1TB and 500 gig models are listed by Microsoft as December 2016.
Honestly, you should probably just get a 2TB anyway. Of how big games are getting now.
How much are 2TB?
It's 2,000 gigabytes, give or take.
Well, yeah. I mean, like cost-wise.
Oh, it's like an average. I think the average brand's like $120 for a hard drive. Because my hard drive's 2TB that I use for personal storage, and it was about 120, but this was in 2011, so maybe I find one for like 90, 100.
Yeah, but still, if you were gonna get one of these, just get the 2TB one, because games take up so much space on the Xbox One. I remember I had like 4 games downloaded, and it was already like over 50% full. It was like 70. It's pretty crazy how much they take up.
The Xbox One is essentially my indie machine, so...
Speaking of Xbox One, I need to, so 2 things I want to play on Xbox One. Inside, I need to get...
Oh, do that.
Yeah, I know I need to do that ASAP. But I want to play through Limbo first. I know it's not related, but I just feel like this would be the right way to...
It kind of is, but very, very, very minute.
Yeah. And then also Red Dead Redemption. I need to buy a copy of that because it's backwards compatible now, and I never played it.
Yeah, I got Red Dead Redemption on the Xbox One. I had an original on the PS3, and I loved that game. I put at least over 100 hours in Red Dead Redemption Online, so...
Yeah, I played it very briefly because my friend had it when I was younger, but we would just basically mess around in one of the towns and just shoot everyone and then hide out on this roof.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did.
Yeah, but yeah, it's supposedly one of the best games of the last generation. So,
it really is. It's probably one of the best Rockstar games, other than Max Payne 3 of the last generation.
Yeah, I went into GameStop the other day and I was gonna just pick it up with I don't remember even what I was getting, but I was gonna pick it up and they didn't even have it. And I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, it's probably sold out because I heard that because of the backwards compatibility, Red Dead Redemption sales I think increased on Amazon by 2,000%.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah. Wasn't it free? Wasn't the game was backwards compatible for an hour?
Yeah, it was backwards compatible for an hour. Yeah, for a few hours, and then it turns out it was an accident. I guess that wasn't the date the license was agreed on. So then they stopped it and they sent an update patch that removed it from your system. Not for good, but just for that time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of the whole it glitched when it wasn't supposed to. What happened? I never found out what happened with all those people who got Fallout 4 for free, by accident.
We got $10.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot, actually.
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
I did.
Wow, I'm surprised they even gave you that much.
Yeah, I used it to buy Inside.
I figured they would... How much is it?
20.
20? Okay, yeah. But I'm surprised they gave... I was maybe they'll give you 5 at the most. But, I mean, 10's a pretty good amount, actually.
10's certainly a lower amount than a $140 amount game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up. there will be no Xbox brief. Speaking of Xbox, there will be no Xbox briefing at Gamescom this year. Microsoft confirms.
Oh man, poor Germans.
Instead, the Xbox company will focus on a quote, new and more intimate Xbox Fan Fest experience for our fans. More details will be announced soon.
This is kind of crazy when you think about it, because Sony is also not going to Gamescom, correct?
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure Sony is. Because they didn't go last year. They went to TGS instead. Or not TGS. They went to Paris Games Week, and then they were like, yeah, that probably wasn't a good
Gamescom is bigger than Paris Games Week.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I was thinking Sony wasn't having a conference at Gamescom. Let me see if I can find that. This year.
I'm pretty sure they are this year.
Apparently, RDR3 is rumored to be at Gamescom this year. Huh.
Wait, RDR?
Red Dead.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Apparently. Interesting.
Yeah, that would be.
I think it was rumored to actually be announced at the end of Sony's conference at E3.
Oh, really?
But
yeah, I remember they were saying like they have some announcement coming sometime.
Yeah, so it looks like Sony is not gonna Gamescom. They're just going to Paris Games Week.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. Poor Gamescom.
Wow.
Oh, what the heck, Gamescom?
Gamescom's
like the biggest one. Why does no one go there?
Gamescom's close proximity to E3.
They're going to have a sad convention this year.
No, they still have tons.
Yeah, definitely.
Conferences.
It's just not.
Rockstar buys Lithuania for the week. It's like
really surprised Microsoft isn't going. Just because they sort of owned it last year. I thought they had a lot of good stuff. And then one thing that I was surprised they didn't show at E3.
Which they showed last year at Gamescom.
Yeah, which is why I thought it was like, oh, they didn't show it at E3 because they're going to show it at Gamescom. Crackdown 3, they have revealed more details on the delay. So, Xbox marketing manager Aaron Greenberg said open world game Crackdown 3 is coming in 2017 because the company's holiday 2016 lineup was so stuffed with games that it didn't need more.
That's not true.
However, what? Now another high-profile Microsoft exec has spoken about the Xbox One and PC games delay, saying it's partially the result of the campaign not being ready. I'd say it's mostly the result. Development has been going incredibly well, to be honest, because we have obviously had this Crackdown online mode, and then we also want the traditional campaign, which has multiplayer online. But we want to launch our online beta, so it's not too far in advance of the complete campaign. It's actually the campaign we're doubling down on now. We've got internal play sessions every week for Crackdown Online. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah.
I have a quick question. Do you guys think that Crackdown 3 will be... Because I'm still almost positive this will be the case. Do you think... Okay, we got... It's E3 next year. We see a Scorpio on stage. It's not a box, it's actually a giant scorpion. Do you think that Crackdown 3 is going to be the marquee title, and it'll be like, this is what the Scorpio does, and it's just like this incredible game? Or do you think it'll be something we haven't seen? Because I don't think Xbox's portfolio is as expansive as Sony's. And I don't think they'll pull up as many tricks. They'll pull up that many aces or that many surprises, because that's what Sony does and Nintendo. They'll probably just be pretty straight faced. Do you think Crackdown 3 is gonna be the marquee title?
I would say yes, but when they were marketing Crackdown 3, it wasn't the whole power of the Xbox One. It's just they were going about all this cloud stuff, where you can just destroy everything, and they were had the bars with the cloud data going up, and I was like. So I feel like they don't really, I feel like they kind of need something new to market it with, because it was wow, this was already on Xbox One.
Yeah.
And that was one of the big things on Xbox One. I feel like people would want to see something even better than that. I didn't even know this was delayed anyways.
Yeah.
This is the first I heard about it.
I read a piece, I think, in January. I think this is one of the games I was almost positive was getting delayed. Just because it's so huge, and they haven't really talked too much about the cloud feature out, except when they mentioned Crackdown. They haven't talked about Crackdown a whole lot yet.
Yeah.
Kyle, you added this story on, I believe.
Yes, I did.
So why don't you talk about it?
Alright, let me pull it up here. So Persona 5, got a gameplay video, I think. Hold on, let me just look. Here. I can't remember. I'm tired.
You're doing great.
Alright. Yeah, so Atlas hosted a Persona 5 live stream yesterday, and apparently it showed off. I watched a good bit of it, and it showed off like a lot of like new activities that are pretty much staple in Persona, and that you, on your off time, you can do like a lot of different stuff around the city to like raise different stats and your character and stuff. Basically, make them a better character, and basically gain new social ranks with the other supporting characters. So essentially, they're adding a bunch of new stuff. Basically, essentially, they're making them into mini games with fishing and crossword puzzles and just exercising, even just a bunch of different stuff they're adding to do, which I think is really awesome. Apparently, you can even actually watch TV and play video games as a part of an activity. So Atlas is putting a lot into like Persona 5, in terms of just like stuff to do, which I find like really awesome.
You know, it'd be really awesome if. Okay, so hear me out. It's after school. You're tired. You don't go out and fight evil demons, but you turn on your TV and you see the Tokyo Mirage Session Pop Stars on the TV to kick off the Atlas Extended Universe.
Oh,
how crazy would that be in Persona 5?
That would be that would make me just, I don't know. Because I love Tokyo Mirage Session, so seeing like Tsubasa or Kiria on the TV, just be like, oh my god. It's just like, that'd be pretty awesome. That'd be, because I know in Persona 3, they actually have Persona 2 in there as like an MMO.
It's the, I can't remember, is it Innocent Sin? But it's the social link with the hermit. Her name's Maya. That's actually the name of the, that's actually the subtitle of Persona 2, Persona 2 Innocent Sin. But yeah, it's
Maya's,
it's in there. That's in there the whole game. And Maya's from Persona 2. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And she actually asked the protagonist, I think the protagonist's name in Persona 2 is Tatsuya. And she asked, can I call you Tatsuya? And he's like, sure. And it's like, you get that reference, don't you? And I'm like, yeah, it's clever. So there's a lot of references to Persona games in Persona, so. So it'd be really awesome to see like Tokyo Mirage Sessions make a sort of reference, especially since Persona 5 is taking place in Tokyo.
Moving on. Sorry, I got confused.
That's okay.
Because I opened up this next article, and then some ads started playing. I was like, "There, you guys talking?"
Darn ads.
Kojima says Death Stranding will be his best work. Calls it groundbreaking.
Maybe.
During his keynote address at the Develop Conference today, Metal Gear Solid creator Hideo Kojima is sure his new PS4 and PC game Death Stranding will be the best title he's ever made. Speaking on stage alongside PS4 system architect Mark Cerny, Kojima said he is very confident this will be my best work, according to a report from Digital Spy.
Well, it's certainly got a lot to live up to.
Kojima went on to say that for his past games, he's had to make compromises in some areas to get projects out the door. This apparently won't be the case with his new game. So far, when I've been making games, I've had to come up with something or at least compromise on something that in order to get things done. But this time, working with Mark Cerny and bringing the state of the art technologies, we will get around to that. We will get around that usual problem of, like cutting some stuff just to finish the game.
2021.
Darn you, Konami!
Be like PlayStation 5.
What?
PlayStation 6R launch title. I don't know. That's awesome though. He thinks this will be his next game, his best game.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. Like how, Like he just kind of like he has complete control this time, so it kind of makes sense that he would at least be really confident that
Yeah, definitely. And
he can make the exact game he envisioned.
Sony's pretty lax on how they treat second-party developers, so
Yeah, let them flex their vision, which is only I feel like that's best for everyone. In most cases, unless their vision's like beating up helpless Pokemon.
Yeah, don't do that. It's mean.
Why not?
Well, I mean that's kind of the normal Pokemon game.
That's what the regular Pokemon should do.
Yeah.
Unless they don't battle, that would be weird.
Yeah. Pokemon Go, they should have battling. That would be good. That would be.
They should have a Digimon ripoff, and then the Digimon ripoff battles the Pokemon Go, and then you have Kojima. He just pops up randomly, and you realize this is all part of Kojima's next game. And we wake up in 2021, and it turns out his game is just everywhere. Like, our bookshelves are his game. He just, all of a sudden, he just creeped into our house and took over everything with his game.
I saw this article when Pokemon Go first came out that so I was looking up like, man, what are some like tips and stuff, because I don't know what I'm doing and it doesn't really explain that much. And I came across this one, and then I saw it. I think Jason posted something about it later, but for the photo that they use for the article, it's some like Digimon photo. and then like people in the comments are like calling him out. They're like, man, I can't believe you use a Digimon photo for like your Pokemon piece. And then the writer like legitimately thinks it's Pokemon.
Oh man.
They're like,
oh man.
They're like, wow, I can't believe you use this Digimon thing. And they're like, I get it right. It's Pokemon. It's hilarious.
What's a Digimon?
I need to see if I can find this, because it's pretty great. But I will go ahead and move on to the next one while I try to find this. Speaking of Pokemon Go, it's even helping GameSpot, or not GameSpot, I'm on GameSpot, even helping GameStop. Here's how. Let's see, the Pokemon Go is helping companies big and small improve their business. Last week we learned about a pizza place whose sales surged as a result of the game. And now GameStop CEO Paul Raines has explained his company is also benefiting from the title. Raines says 100 of its stores are designated as Pokestops and gyms, which has brought in more people and in turn increased sales. Quote, we surveyed our stores and we had 462 stores just this past weekend that are Pokestops or Pokegyms. So we did some family events and our sales were up 100% in those stores. Raines didn't say what the 100% figure is compared against, but whatever the case, it's a pretty dramatic swing. Yeah, so obviously I'd imagine it's even better percentage just because it's summer and not many games come out. So I'd assume their revenue isn't as high as it usually is anyways. But 100% is still really impressive.
Yep, definitely.
I just wandered in. It's like, I'm curious to see what the sponsored Pokestops will be, and if the sponsored Pokestops will be like, I don't know, like if it'll be like bigger restaurants and such, like McDonald's and GameStop, or it'll be like smaller venues, and maybe even more Japanese based.
That's all we got for Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I'm not playing. I can't add too much.
Yeah, I can't find that article, man. I wish I could. It was so funny. It might be in like the chat archive if you just go to images, but I don't know. It was pretty funny. Lastly,
real quick, there's a video. It's a Vine. If you go online to look for it, it talks about it's a video, and this person, his house was declared a Pokestop, so he was like, he comes outside and this person is looking for Pokemon, and another person comes by who just stumbled upon the game, and they're like, and they start. It's really great, but I don't want to ruin too much of it. But it's on Twitter, 30-second Vine's Twitter account. No idea how. I mean, I know how it is, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's crazy how people's houses are Pokestops. That just sounds like the best. Because like Pokestops refresh every 5 minutes. You don't have to leave or anything, and like you could just like sit there all day and just get a ton of items. Yeah. Lastly, this one I thought about not including it because it's really not a big deal of anything. Uncharted 4, Last of Us dev possibly teases a new story. With no new games announced after Uncharted 4, fans might be wondering what Naughty Dog will make next. Now, director Neil Druckmann has teased some information about a project he's thinking about, and it sounds quite interesting. Skipping down. After the interviewers said a theme he's noticed in Druckmann's past work is the idea of going back to see if you can revisit the past and change the present, or going back in time to understand why a character feels the way they do about something. He answered, quote, "You've noticed a pattern that I haven't, but that's interesting, and it's interesting in that I think about the story that I'm working on right now. That theme is definitely there. I think a lot of times because I think about myself or other human beings and what are the events that shaped us, what kind of the choices that have defined us, who we are, and have led us to this place." Quote, "I also think it's tied to human nature or human choice versus destiny. Having grown up not in a very religious home, but where religion was a big part of it, and this concept that everything happens for a reason. Even when horrible things happen, like in our family or to friends, you would hear this statement, everything happens for a reason." He continued, "I'm just wrestling with that concept. Is that true, or is it just totally random? I'm never quite coming to a good answer, and maybe that's why I keep exploring these concepts."
Sounds great. I didn't get a chance to hear the interview yet because I've heard good things about it, but look, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, like, I don't know, it's sort of kind of just, obviously, like, the interviewer sort of noticed this trend that's sort of in most Naughty Dog games, that just have at least some sort of connection to those ideas, and it seems like the new one will continue that. Yeah.
I still kind of hope there's not a Last of Us 2, but I would not complain either way. You want it,
I've got to believe it's Last of Us 2. Yeah. But I'm like, man, do I really want a Last of Us 2? And then I'm like, no, I really don't. But if it comes out, like, I gotta play it. Like, come on.
Oh yeah, I'll play it day 1, or at least day 2. Day 1 through 10.
I want that comic teased in Uncharted 4.
What was
in the epilogue, there's a. No, I'm not.
Oh wait, I haven't.
There's a poster, and
okay.
It basically Last of Us. So
no, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that. I'm not sure if I want a Last of Us 2. Honestly, I still want a Jak and Daxter remake. That's just me. If there was a Last of Us 2, I think I'd love it, really. But it just depends on what Naughty Dog wants to do next, really. Whatever they're going to make, I'm sure it's likely going to be pretty fantastic.
It's going to be outstanding, because that's what Naughty Dog does. Did you guys hear Greg Miller's theory on how The Last of Us and Uncharted could be in the same universe?
Is it when they're flying back from 3, all of a sudden, they're flying back from 3, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, everything's okay, and they come back, and it's like during the outbreak?
Yeah, that's one of them. And then he said during Uncharted 4, spoilers for like 5 seconds.
Okay.
How
far in is the spoilers?
It's right at the end.
Right at the end?
Yeah. So, it's like, you're walking around the house, you're like, oh, where is everybody? And then he's like, and you walk outside, and there's like zombies and everything's falling apart. And then, yeah, it's pretty crazy. If they did that, that would be insane.
Those spoilers weren't that bad.
Yeah, I tried to keep.
Uncharted X Last of Us.
Oh, we'll get that before we get Tekken Cross Street Fighter.
Probably. We have a little bit of time, so one topic I thought of before the show. Sorry, I didn't prepare you guys, but so I figured we could talk about the. Well, obviously before we were talking about Troy Baker, so I thought we would rank Troy Baker's top 5 performances ever. So I'm gonna look up Troy Baker games and see everything that he's been in. Okay. Oh man, I forgot he was Booker in BioShock Infinite.
Book in it.
So yeah, he has been in BioShock Infinite, Tales from the Borderlands, Infamous Second Son, The Last of Us, Batman Arkham Origins, Batman Assault on Arkham.
He was
Kanji number
4
1
as Kanji. The English dub.
Two-Face and Batman Arkham Knight. Talion and Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. Speaking of Shadow of Mordor, I have some strange itch to go back and play that game. Just because I know it was incredible when I first started playing it, and then once you get to like the second
I just want Shadow of Mordor
so much.
because that ending
do as
certainly
well.
certainly left much to be desired in a sequel.
He's also been in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Catherine, Tales of Vesperia, Shin Megami Tensei, Persona 4, Final Fantasy 8.
He was
or 13,
Velociraptor
14.
handler in Lego Jurassic World.
Wait, he was?
Yeah, I'm just googling the Wikipedia page.
He was Pagan Min. He was the villain in Far Cry 4, and other stuff. Sam Drake, Uncharted 4, Ethan. Okay, so let's go ahead and just pick out all the best ones, all right? So if we're gonna make a top 5 list, Booker's got to be in there. Joel's got to be in there.
I really like Reese. I don't know how much you guys
Reese.
finished Tales of Borderlands, but I really liked him in that.
No, I
That may have been the.
I'll trust your judgment.
Okay, cool.
The Joker, he could be in there, but I mean, a lot of people play Joker.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, he was Snow and Lightning in Final Fantasy 13. Ew. I did not like that character.
Yeah, I heard great things about Catherine, but I haven't played it.
I haven't played either.
I mean, Sam Drake is gotta be.
Ooh,
in there,
he's
probably.
He was Nightwing in
I'd
Injustice.
say Delson, but like I don't know.
Apparently.
He was. Wait, what? He was? I didn't know that. Alright. So let's just establish 5 names that are at the top of the list, and then we'll order them. Okay? So 1 Booker. If you dispute anything, you can tell me. So 1 Booker. Liam likes Rise?
Yeah.
Okay. Tales from the Borderlands. Joel, The Last of Us.
No.
Sam Drake, Uncharted 4.
Not the character, but not what I consider defining work by him.
Oh, okay. Well,
What
I
about
put
Pagan Man?
Kanji up there.
Although Pagan Man was barely in Far Cry 4.
yeah, Pagan Man was good. He was barely in it, but he was awesome when he was in it. Alright, so let's just get one out of the way. So 1 Joel, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dope.
2
Yeah.
Booker.
Yep, I like it.
Okay. So 1 Joel, 2 Booker.
It's kind of cool because they came out the same year.
Yeah, they came out within like 6 months of each
And
other.
I wouldn't say they're exactly the same character, but they share similar themes. But the performance is doesn't overlap as much as it possibly could.
No. Because like Joel's one of like the most
Yeah,
one of the more
definitely.
different characters that he's played. Number 3, what do you guys think?
I'd have to go with Kanji for Persona 4.
Okay.
I do that.
I'll allow it.
It's pretty great.
3 Kanji. 4. I mean, he was really good at Joker, but kind of feel like it shouldn't be.
Oh, Ocelot from Metal Gear Solid 5.
I didn't play that yet.
Yeah.
Is he good in it?
Yeah, me neither.
But just like all the replaced actors
Okay.
for the characters in Metal Gear Solid 5, original actors are best, of course. Yeah.
Oh, really? That's weird. It's like when all that work to find a new book, and then you realize the old hardcover book is just as reliable, if not better. That was an old man quote.
This is tougher than I thought it would be.
Let's see.
Great radio.
So wait, what do we have? We have Joel, Booker.
We got
Kanji.
Joel, Booker, Kanji, and we need last one. I'll give the 5 spot to Rise.
Yeah, I think that's definitely appropriate. I think it's really good.
Okay.
Not his exact best. Let's see. You said so you weren't too keen on Joker.
We can put Joker in there. I'll be happy with putting him in there if you want to do that.
Because I didn't really, like, hear him and some of this other stuff.
Who was Joker in Arkham Knight?
Mark Hamill.
Oh, okay.
The original Mr. J. Not really.
I think we have to give it to Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Jack Mitchell.
Oh, I like that. That was good. That was a good pick. He was
was
actually pretty good in that.
He was pretty good.
We're doing
Shout out to Advanced Warfare's campaign. That was
very fun campaign.
It was sneaky good.
I like the
especially.
Oh, you keep going.
Especially the Frogger level.
Yeah.
On the trucks. Human Frogger. That was like the best thing.
Yeah.
Let's just
Batman.
do the Joker.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
No, he's played as Batman a couple times.
Yeah, we can give it to Batman.
Yeah, and I think
Has he?
he
Is
played
he
Batman in
secretly
Lego
Batman?
Batman 2 and
3. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's right.
so
He did.
yeah, Batman / Joker. There we go.
Okay, Arkham, number 4. Final list. Joel, The Last of Us. Number 2, Booker DeWitt, BioShock Infinite. 3, Kanji Tatsumi, Shin Megami Tensei. 4, Arkham, Joker / Batman, and a lot of things. 5, Rise, Tales from the Borderlands.
Lovely list.
Killed it. Call the library. Call the Congress. All the official
Call
people.
the Congress.
Put in stone. Where's Noah?
Yeah, let's carve it into stone.
Yeah.
This is
Troy
the
Baker
defensive Troy Baker.
That was the last minute. I would make Jason's sound effect from last week, but I don't remember what it was. Like, do. And then that's all we got for you this week on episode 71 of the Gamebolt Podcast. We appreciate you joining us. The official podcast of thegamebolt.com. Go check out thegamebolt.com. Speaking of, I forgot to mention this in the beginning of the episode, but we spiffed it all up.
It looks pretty now.
It looks really nice. Yeah, it's got a cool loading. Have you guys even noticed this? So if you click on one of the articles and then you scroll down, there's like a loading bar. It's really cool.
Really? I'm gonna check that out.
You wouldn't notice it if we didn't point it out to you. Because I remember when we were first looking at, we were like looking at new themes to switch over to, and then John got this one. He's like, "Wow, it's got this like loady bar thing," and I was like, "Wait, what?" And then he like you don't notice it unless someone points it out to you, but it's a really nice touch. So if you just click on one of the articles and then scroll down, there's like a black bar that comes down, and then underneath that there's a green bar that keeps loading the more you scroll down.
That is great. That is AA plus. Calling it
AA plus.
AA plus. Triple A plus.
Yeah, but go check it out. It's a lot cleaner. It runs nice.
And
a lot of good
read
stuff
my
up there.
article about Japanese localizations and censorship.
Yes, check it out.
It's
pretty good.
Read Kyle's article about that. I was about to plug it, but thanks, Kyle. So yeah, localizations of Japanese games and the issues of censorship. If you have any topics you want us to discuss for last minute, go ahead and tweet them at us, or if we can probably answer them live on stream. However, it might be easier for us just to have them tweeted at us. But regardless, topics, send them in. Post to iTunes for now it'll be every Wednesday, YouTube every Thursday. Recent stuff on the website. Kyle had his main thing up there. Obviously the new theme and stuff. 5 great Nolan North voice acting performances by Tyler, and more. So yeah, that's all we got for this week. Liam, where can we find you on Twitter?
I'm at Liam Neeson.
I am at
Kyle.
Crackdown III.
And I am at Grant Ram 3. You can follow the Gamebolt at @the_Gamebolt. That's all we got for you this week. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you on the next episode.
Thank you.
Later, guys.
See you later.